The Seasonal School on Climate Change and International Law, Interdisciplinary Perspectives, has reached its second edition. The Seasonal School tackles a very timely and important issue that has to deal with how the international community and the various actors that interact on the international plane are dealing with climate change as one of the main challenges of our time. We will explore climate change from an interdisciplinary perspective, starting from the contribution that international law can provide to the matter. Which are the legal instruments in place that provide states with guidance and also with a solid framework to counter climate change in a more effective way? Which are the results of the last COP26 that took place in November 2021? Which can we expect from the next one? Which are those interests at stake that sometimes are conflicting, and how are they represented at the negotiating table? This is just one of the many examples of the different issues that the Seasonal School will reflect upon, bringing different experts from various backgrounds in order to offer to the participants the opportunity to understand and unpack this very complex phenomenon in the best possible way.
The aim of the Seasonal School, as we wanted to make clear from its title, is to provide an in-depth picture of the international legal and governance frameworks of climate change, while at the same time highlighting the links between the legal dimensions of climate change and the economic, scientific and ethical aspects. Therefore, the Seasonal School is open not only to law students, but also to students from other backgrounds who would like to broaden their approach to climate change. The Seasonal School will introduce the students to the science of climate change. It will highlight the ethical and philosophical issues that climate change raises. It will show what businesses can do to mitigate climate change and its effects. And it will delve into several legal dimensions of the phenomenon, from the negotiations that led to the main international agreements on the subject, to human rights and climate change, from the impact that climate change has on agricultural law and migration law, to climate change litigation, which is blooming at present at both the national and international levels.
So alongside proper lecture, we will also have simulation exercises in which the participant will actually play a role and so hopefully learn by doing. First, we will have a simulation exercise on negotiation, in which the participants will be divided into groups that reflect the main groups that we have at the international level on the negotiation, and indeed they will discuss and negotiate on a specific issue, like for instance loss and damage or climate finance and so on. So with this exercise we hope that participants will be able to understand how difficult it is actually to negotiate at international level on climate change, but also how important and fundamental this tool is to fight climate change. The second exercise will be on litigating a climate case. So as you may know, climate litigation is a growing phenomenon, and we will investigate this phenomenon in depth in the course, but then we will also have a simulation of a proper case. So the participant will be divided in two groups, and they will act as if they were the applicants on the one hand and the defendants on the others. So they will try to build a proper legal arguments and explain their reasons before of course this is a simulation, but before a court or an international human rights body. In this way, we really hope that the applicants will understand the good reasons and viewpoints that we have on both sides, applicants and defendants, but also how to build a legal argument out of these points and how to discuss such argument in a courtroom.
The Seasonal School will be held between July 4th and July 8th. The deadline for subscription is fixed on June 3rd. If you belong to an affiliated university, you will get 10% discount on the subscription fee, and the 3 best students will receive a prize that amounts to €450 thanks to Il Talento all'Opera and EY Foundations.